Sometimes it shows up in the smallest moment. You're standing in the kitchen, late afternoon light coming through the window. The room is quiet. You reach for a glass, then pause. Not because you forgot why you're there. Just because something feels flat. Not sad. Not calm. Just empty. Nothing is wrong. And that's what makes it confusing. You might ask yourself, why do I feel nothing right now? Or maybe, what's wrong with me if everything looks fine? What you may be experiencing is a kind of emotional numbness. Not dramatic. Not obvious. Just the sense that something inside has gone quiet. In the next few minutes, I want to slow this down and explain why this feeling shows up sometimes, what it's really about, and how people usually misunderstand it. Emotional numbness is when your inner reactions feel muted or distant, even though life around you keeps moving. You're still functioning. Still responding. But the usual signals, interest, excitement, warmth, even frustration, feel turned way down. One common reason is that your system has been carrying more than it lets on. This doesn't always look like chaos or crisis. Often, it's long stretches of staying composed, being responsible, keeping things together. When you spend a lot of time doing what's required, meeting expectations, answering messages, handling tasks, your inner world can slowly go quiet as a way of conserving energy. It's not that feelings disappear. They just stop pushing forward. Like a radio turned so low you forget it's on. You might notice this when something that used to matter doesn't spark much anymore. A show you liked. A plan you were looking forward to. You still go through with it, but without that inner lift. Sometimes, it comes from getting used to disappointment in small doses. Not big heartbreaks. Not dramatic losses. Just repeated moments where you learn not to expect too much. Maybe plans changed often. Maybe effort didn't lead to recognition. Maybe expressing excitement felt a little risky. Over time, your mind learns a quiet rule: don't lean in too far. So instead of feeling let down again, it keeps things neutral. Not low. Just even. You stop reaching for highs, and in doing that, you also stop feeling the contrast. You might notice this when good news lands and you think, oh, okay. No rush. No spark. Just a mild acknowledgement, followed by moving on. There's also a quieter layer underneath that people rarely talk about. In other cases, emotional numbness grows out of constant stimulation without real pause. Notifications, noise, scrolling, switching tasks. When your attention is always pulled outward, your inner signals don't get much space to surface. Your system stays alert, but not connected. So when things finally slow down, instead of feeling rested or reflective, you feel blank. As if the volume knob inside hasn't caught up yet. This often shows up at night. You sit down after a full day, expecting relief. But instead, there's just a hollow stillness. Not peaceful. Just empty. Let's put this into a real moment. It's around 10:30 at night. You're on the couch, phone in your hand. The TV is on, but you're not really watching. Earlier today, you finished something important, maybe a project, maybe a long conversation, maybe just getting through a heavy day. Now it's quiet. You scroll without interest. You put the phone down. You pick it back up. You're not upset. But you're not settled either. It feels like there's nothing inside to check in with. You wonder if this is what being tired feels like. Or bored. Or disconnected. If you've been there, you're not strange. You might know someone who lives like this. This is what emotional numbness often looks like when it's subtle. It doesn't announce itself. It just removes the edge from things, leaving you unsure how you're supposed to feel. What makes this feeling harder is that people often judge it. They think feeling nothing means something is wrong. Or that it means they're ungrateful, or broken, or missing something important. But numbness is rarely a failure. More often, it's a pause your system didn't consciously choose. It's what happens when feeling fully hasn't felt safe, useful, or possible for a while. Here's one gentle way people begin to relate to this differently. Instead of asking, why do I feel empty? Try noticing when the emptiness shows up. The timing matters. Does it appear after long days? After social interactions? After finally stopping? This isn't about analyzing. It's about observing patterns without pressure. You might realize the emptiness isn't constant. It comes and goes. And it often arrives when your body finally has room to feel something, but doesn't know where to start. Another quiet approach is to name the state without trying to fill it. Not with big meaning. Just with a simple label, like blank or muted or low signal. When you do this, something subtle happens. You stop arguing with the feeling. You stop trying to force emotion back online. That doesn't make feelings rush in. But it can soften the tension around the absence of them. And there's something else that shifts the way this feels. Sometimes numbness isn't emptiness at all. It's fullness that hasn't been processed yet. When a lot has happened, decisions, demands, conversations, your system may quiet down until it has space to sort things out. The silence isn't permanent. It's transitional. But because we expect feelings to be immediate and clear, that in-between state feels wrong. It's like opening a fridge and seeing nothing ready to eat, forgetting that things are still cooling, still settling. This is for people who look fine on the outside, but keep checking inside and finding very little response. It doesn't mean you're disconnected from yourself. It may mean you've been adapting for a long time without rest. The feeling of nothing inside isn't the end of feeling. It's often the space before something quieter and more honest can return. You don't have to rush that space. You don't have to fill it with noise or meaning. Sometimes noticing it, without fear, is enough to let it pass when it's ready. And if this explanation felt familiar, you're welcome to stay here for more quiet reflections like this, one feeling at a time.